Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Gen X Army Vet here, and I have a series of videos that I found on TikTok. Um, it's about why fathers should be in their sons' lives, well, any child's life, but more particular for the sons, because when the son grows up, he becomes a man in appearance, but he still may have the thought process of a child to a certain extent. He doesn't know what it's like to be a man. So yeah, we have this prison doctor, and he comes in like the old school, like Dr. Phil, be scared straight. He comes and he talks to these kids, try to get an understanding of what's going on. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Did your mother's husband, your father, did he have a porn app or a dating app and looking at other women? Did you see that, or you just made that up because you wanted to get him in trouble? Think before you answer, little bro. Don't lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I know if you're lying. Just tell the truth. Is that truth? Did you lie or did you tell the truth? You were lying? Okay. Why were you lying? Think before you speak, little bro. Because if you lie to me, I'm telling you, you're done. You ain't gonna have this conversation no more. Why did you lie on him like that? And why do you tell your mother that she should divorce him? And be honest with me. Don't play with me and don't play me.
Yes,
Just
sir.
tell the truth.
Yes, sir.
Why did you say that?
Because I really don't like you.
Thank you for being honest. See, I respect honesty, no matter how bad it is. As long as you're honest with me and you can work things out. But the moment I look you in your eye, and your eyes are gonna tell me everything, and you lie to me, you're done.
See, a lot of people, well, more of these women, they don't realize that when they do get with their husbands or boyfriends, whatever, because they feel that, you know, being pregnant is cute. I get to have a little baby bump and, have like a little kid, get to raise him and do this and do that. Not understanding that without the father there, that kid's going to grow up. He's not going to be all cutesy and whatever, for too much longer. When he starts coming to his own, that testosterone starts building up in his system, a little bit more bravado in his chest, more boisterous and rambunctious, you know, he's going to become a handful for that woman. And then she coddles him up until a certain point, and then when he becomes too much for her to handle, the father's not there. And then she doesn't know what to do because, she can punish him. He's going to do whatever because, I remember when I was growing up, when I was, fifth grade, I was the same height as my mom. And I was just starting to hit my growth spurt. So it's only certain things you can do before that kid becomes more than what you can handle. And in this case, she's not able to handle her kid. Well, and then the stepfather's in, but still, he doesn't like the stepfather because, he's an authoritative figure. The kid doesn't like that. He wants to be able to be coddled, do what he wants. The father's there. He's going to have more rule over it, more say so. What I say goes. I don't care who you are as far as what you think you are. I'm the head of this household. I'm going to put you in your place. A lot of little boys don't understand that. That's why they try to, buck up to the dad. And then you start hearing that you ain't my daddy, did this, that, and the other. Then when that father puts a foot down, this is what happens. The kid tries to lie because he wants the mother to start fighting the father so the kid get his way. Pretty much like a baby boy, if you know what that movie is. If you know, you know. One of those situations.
Now, you say you don't like him, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to think, why don't you like him? What has he done to you to make you don't like him? Is it because of the time he spends with your mother that you think he takes away attention? Is it because he abuses you, hurts you, beats you up? Has he done horrible things to you? Don't lie to me. I'm looking in your eye because the first moment you lie with this answer, watch what's about to happen. I dare you. Lie to me. I dare you. Just tell the truth. Why don't you like him? What has he done to you? Or is it that you're just jealous of the relationship that he has with your mother?
I'm jealous.
You're jealous?
Doesn't that sound like Baby Boy? Remember Melvin? When she met the dude, he was out of prison. He was a gardener, landscaping. He moved in with the mom. Jody didn't like that. He started doing everything he can so he make his mom, break up with him. Yeah, remember that? This is what happens. So the kid's becoming vindictive and tries to do everything he can to get the mom to divorce or break up with the father.
Yes, sir.
Is that the honest answer?
Yes, sir.
Just keep that in mind.
Did
But let's see some of these comments, see what they got to say real quick. Some of y'all have never been held accountable or had tough love, and it shows. This dad is raising a man. See, you're not talking about this guy in particular, but the father, you know, making the boy have accountability for what he does, and he doesn't like it, so he's pushing back. So that's why, you know, he's having issues. That's why I say all fathers should be there. Where you can't be there physically, you always be there emotionally, always be there on the phone. Make every moment, every point in time you can to visit your kid, see your kid, hang out with the kid, understand what they're going through. This is a good father. See, like this one, I grew up in like, you know, the late 70s, early 80s. So we're all about that tough love. If a parent doesn't care, they won't say anything, or they won't, you know, whoop you or do anything to try to make you do better. If they care, they're going to do all that stuff to make you understand, because when you become a man, when you hit 18, you know, the law is going to come get you. And then no matter what, you know, your parents can't help you. You're a legal adult. They can do whatever they want to you. So they try and teach them at a young age so you grow up and have some type of respect, be accountable for your actions, understand that, you know, actions have consequences. Y'all too soft in the comments. This is a good education. Dad is right. The conversation is well handled. Finally, a father stepping up his role respectively, responsibly, and lovingly. That is how you get false confessions. Okay, we got a bleeding heart here. That's not how you get false confessions. You know, if you talk to a kid, you know, if you be a kid's friend, you know, try to help him, mold him, they're going to tell you honest answers. You know, it's like, oh, this is how you false confessions wrong. I love this dad looked up to the stepdad. The moment he lied, the belt come out. You know, old school, you know what that is. This day and age, a lot of people don't do the belt anymore. They oh, you can't hit your kid. You can't do shit. It's my kid. I remember growing up, your mama say, I brought you in this world. I'll take you out. And then, like I said, when I hit 5th grade, I'm 10 years old, I was same height as her. That belt didn't work. So try to, you know, 2x4. That's like, I could brush those hits off. If this bad, y'all would hate my mom. He's being real. No reason to talk and walk on eggshells with kids. Good parenting. Well done, Dad. That's what I'm saying. Like, this one's like 9,000. You know, people really never had a actual father or parent figure in their life, and this comment section shows it. Law, man did a great job. You know, this is not the father or stepfather. He has been called to help this family with their problems. The prison doctor, like a male nanny. Let's see what other. Go to the next video, see what they do.
Sit down. Ma'am, what's going on with him?
He's being disrespectful in school. He talks all the time, blurting out at home. He doesn't listen. He has no motivation to do anything. We have him in sports. He doesn't want to play football. He doesn't want to do anything to be on a video game or a laptop. Just
Sounds like a bunch of you millennials and Gen Xers and Gen Zers actually.
wasting away. He doesn't listen to any directions. We have a set of rules that he's supposed to do. He doesn't listen. He half-ass does them. And he furthermore, he tells me, I don't care. I don't like the authority. I don't want to be told what to do.
Oh, he's told you that?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Remember that little kid Melvin that was on Boondocks, a little chubby kid that was running around. He said how he likes to hurt people. This is the direction he's going. I remember having my come to Jesus moment with my dad, and then again, you know, later on, yeah, they straightened me out. So, kids need a father figure in their life, whether if it's not the actual father, uncle, you know, your grandfather, you know, somewhere along those lines, the mother's new husband, boyfriend, something to help straighten him up when he's young, when he's able to be molded. Because when they get older and become unruly, that's when you have kids the way you're acting right now. Because a lot of these kids just do whatever. They call them the YNs, run around just causing all types of havoc. You could tell they're from single parent households.
He said he don't like the authority. He don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Get in a push-up position. Hurry up. Don't move until I tell you to. What else, ma'am?
He's also just like, he doesn't do anything. He will sit in one area and tell me that he didn't feel like doing it if I come home and I'm like, hey, did you do your work? Did you do your homework?
The crazy thing is, people will think this is abuse. And those are the same type of people that probably didn't grow up with their parents around or their father around. And they got to be, you know, told what they want to do whenever they want to do it. And it shows in their lives.
Finish chores. He won't do it. He won't brush his teeth. He won't wash his
his teeth, won't wash his ass.
Don't even want to put proper clothes on his butt.
Really?
Will not take a shower in a week.
And he has no mental health issues, nothing. He's nothing wrong with him. Normal kid.
Yep.
Normal.
So that's one thing about these YNs that's running around. You know, if you look past the fact that they probably didn't have a father figure in life, I think a lot of them do have some type of mental illness or mental issue or some type of, deficit in their learning. Because think about it, they run around doing whatever, selling drugs, got guns, being all late now, trying to rob everybody. Just they live for today at that moment. They don't live for 10 years down the road. It's wild that people are children that grow up into people like that, and we have like issues that we have here in Seattle, in New York, down in Houston, Atlanta. See what these comments got to say. This is small. Go to Africa and see. Yeah, Africans, they don't play, from what I've been told. Same as like a lot of the Asian cultures, like Japan specifically, and China, they don't play. Islamic culture, they don't play. It's only here in America we coddle everybody, because back in the day, everybody used to beat each other's kid. I heard what you did at school. You get beat on the way home. By the time you get home, yours already sold. Now you got to worry about your mom and dad. That's how it was back in the day. I like this dad a lot. This is how parents should be. Yeah, but they're not. Parents are too busy being on their TikToks or Instagram or trying to be their child's friend instead of their mentor or the one who's raising them. He should talk things out and send him to his room of punishment instead of yelling. Here we are. He's one of these millennials. Because yelling, screaming, and raising voices never solves anything. Yep. This is how kids, they become this like this guy, Jonathan Menzies, right here. Good for your kid, that lesson. But the one right about the hair. Where's the one with a lot of comments? These all fresh comments. Discipline when they are young is the best thing you can do for the life of your child. They will not like you, maybe, but will respect you, which teaches them how the world works. Other people are not going to be understanding as your kid. Exactly. Your kid grows up, then gets out the house, and if he wasn't held accountable for anything that he done, any consequence, there's going to be somebody out there that's going to show him what's up. Whether the kid ends up being buried or goes to prison. Because you didn't teach him at a younger age. Parents need to understand that.
For you to tell your mother, first of all, that you will put a bullet in her head.
The fuck?
Bro. Most horrible thing I've ever
So a kid's
heard a child tell his mother.
Threaten to kill her.
Man, for you to tell him that you wish he was never born and that he's just like his dad, or you wish he wasn't here.
Yeah, that's a fucked up family. Yeah, but on both parts, because he told her that he wants to pull a bullet in her head. So that's a response to, I guess, something she said about, I wish you were never born. You acting like your father.
Your behavior was his father when I was with him. That's why we broke up. He used to put his hands on me. So I picked up myself and left to come here to stay. I didn't want kids around there. I said, your behavior is like your father's.
To your kid shaking his head.
Then your father.
What did she say?
Yeah, women do that though. They get mad. They just start blurting out whatever just to try to get that upper hand on you. I noticed that even in the present day. You see it on the internet a lot, like TikTok, like videos. Somebody says something that woman doesn't like, she'll just go off, just trying to say anything she can just to get some type of power back. Okay, she's trying to correct herself. Certain situations, kids don't lie about what they hear from their parents. Especially when they're confronted by someone else like this guy. He's going to tell them, this kid's 14, so he's going to repeat back everything he said because he knows that she can't do anything to him physically. He's a stronger kid. And it's only going to get worse as he gets older if this doesn't get taken care of and under control before he becomes a man. where he starts to recognize and his full potential, his physicality wise, as far as his strength. So it's good that this guy's intervening, but between the stuff that he's gonna remember from what she's always told him for the rest of his life, he might have that animosity. So never know with this kid.
That's what we're gonna do. I gotta make a decision in the next 10 minutes because I'm on schedule.
So he doesn't know what to do because of the mom is just as toxic as the kid is. Let's see what these comments. I'm confused. Who was the woman saying this? Your wife, mother? That's the kid's mom. The father is back in Africa. She said she left him, came to the States because he was beating her or abusing her, apparently. So it's the child and the mom at war against each other. Yep. I would fear that it would happen, so therefore I wouldn't risk my child to be in my home. Yep, because if you're sleeping, if that kid has that much animosity towards, you, that's how, you always hear about such and such kid, deleted parents while they were sleeping or this and that and the other because of stuff like this. Notice how the boy is showing remorse and the mother is making excuses. Yep, I've seen that in the video. So this is going to be a lifelong thing between them unless they get it squared away right now. This type of family, they need some counseling because if they don't, it's going to only get worse. Like I said, he's going to build up so much animosity where he's actually going to start, attacking his mom, physically attacking her. And so one of them are going to get really injured or hurt before it gets better if they don't take care of it now. But yeah, luckily I grew up in the area where parents, they love you. And I don't know if you guys remember the old Sinbad skit, I only beat you because I love you. That's how parents that's what they used to say back to us. When they're whooping us with that racetrack, the track from your race, Hot Wheels set or, fly swatter, stick, belt, broomstick, whatever they hit you with. I'm only doing this because I love you. They want to see you act right and you get better because of it. A lot of people say it's beating, but it builds character. It makes that kid respect his elders, makes his kid respect authority. And I'm here today because of it. My kids are here today. They never got in trouble because of stuff that we've done between me and their mother. So, yeah, kids these days, they don't have this. So that's why they act the way they do. But that's my thoughts. That's my opinion on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment down below. I like to read everybody's, answers or what they say. Have you gone through these issues? Are you experiencing this right now with your kid? Put it down in the comments. I'll read it and I'll reply. But, yeah, like, share, subscribe to the notification bell. And I'll catch you next video. Peace.